was meant to be a relaxed evening, a housewarming party hosted by one of my wife's co-workers. The living room hummed with conversation, glasses clinked, and soft jazz played in the background. My wife, Melissa, looked beautiful in the blue dress I'd given her for our anniversary. I felt proud standing beside her, even though I never quite fit into her world of corporate executives and overly confident managers. I was a simple man, a high school teacher who preferred quiet weekends and honest talks over cocktails and office gossip. As the night wore on, the mood grew playful, fueled by wine and laughter. Someone suggested a truth or dare style question game, light and harmless, or so it seemed. Then one of Melissa's co-workers, a smug man named Ryan Cole, smirked and asked, "So, Melissa, what would you do if you caught your husband cheating?" She laughed, flipped her hair, and replied, "Please, Ryan, even if he tried, no woman would want him." The table burst into laughter, everyone except me. Her words landed like a punch to the gut. She said it so easily, as if humiliating me in front of everyone was just another joke. The laughter rang in my ears. I forced a smile, pretending it didn't hurt, but something inside me cracked. It wasn't only the insult. It was the disrespect, the public mockery, the pity in people's eyes. My wife, the woman I'd loved for 8 years, had reduced me to a punchline, a man unworthy of pride or desire. For a moment, I stared at the glass in my hand as the noise around me faded. Melissa noticed and laughed it off. "Oh, come on, babe," she teased. "It's just a joke. Don't be so sensitive." There was no apology, only ridicule wrapped in charm. I looked at her, the woman who once called me her safe place, and realized she no longer saw me as a partner. I was entertainment. That was the moment everything changed. I set my glass down calmly, stood up, and said, "You're right, Melissa. No woman would want me, except the one who called me last week. The woman who said she used to envy you until she saw how you really treat people." The room fell silent. Melissa's smile froze, her face draining of color. Every eye turned toward me. I continued, my voice steady but firm. "She told me something interesting. She said she thought I was lucky to have you until she noticed how often you flirt with your boss at work." The silence grew heavier. Ryan shifted in his seat, glancing away. Melissa stammered, "You're making this up." I smiled, not out of anger, but with the calm of someone who had already let go. "Am I?" I said, pulling out my phone and showing her a photo sent by a mutual friend. Melissa at a work dinner, her hand resting on her boss's arm, leaning in close. No explanation was needed. "I didn't plan to say anything tonight," I added. "But since we're joking, I thought I'd join." The tension was unbearable. Melissa stood, tears forming as she tried to explain. "It's not what it looks like," she insisted. "He was comforting me. I was stressed." No one believed her. The same people who laughed moments earlier now avoided her gaze. I nodded. "Of course, Melissa. I'm sure that's what all married women tell their bosses over wine." I turned toward the door. Behind me, she called my name, her voice desperate now. "Mark, wait, please." I stopped once and said, "You wanted everyone to laugh at me. Now they're laughing at you." Then I left, not just the party, but the marriage. Later that night, messages poured in. Some people apologized for laughing. Others said they respected how I handled it. Melissa called again and again, 20 missed calls. I didn't answer. I'd given her years of loyalty, patience, and love. She'd repaid it with public humiliation. A week later, I filed for divorce. She came to my school one afternoon, eyes swollen, saying she was stressed and didn't mean it. But words meant to wound can't be taken back. I told her I forgave her, but I couldn't stay with someone who saw me as a joke. Months passed, and I rebuilt my life. A smaller apartment, quieter mornings, but real peace. Mutual friends later whispered that Melissa quit her job not long after. Her boss had distanced himself, unwilling to be part of the fallout. Karma has its own timing. Looking back now, I see that night wasn't my humiliation. It was my freedom. When she laughed, she showed me who she truly was. And my silence afterward was the sound of a man walking away with his dignity intact.